Let's pray. Dear Father, we thank you for allowing both teams to take the court safely. We ask that you can judge your all the athletes, coaches, and staff, and pray for the Lord. Amen.
University Warriors, 0-0, Chris also by 12.2 points per game, 4.5. Rebounds per game in Puerto Rico, Holman, 7.3 points per game, a 39% three-point shooter. Their point guard, 2, Shea Smith, 8.6 points per game. Their team leader with 5.3 rebounds per game, as well as 3.1 assists per game. RJ Bell, a former Clinton Bear, who is averaging over 17 points in his last 4 games. He's up to 13.2 on the year, 41% from behind the arc. Aaron Timms, a 6'8" senior from Chicago, Illinois, 9.3 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, 52% from the field. So we're just about ready to get underway here. Ties and Gymnasium should be a really entertaining game. Southern Wesleyan 6-3, but they have 2 wins in the last 3. College 9-6. They played just last night against Carolina University. They won 79-76, 19 points for Corey Miller. Then Jordan Snipes came at 10 points, 11 rebounds. Should be a fun one here. Bears and Warriors. And we are underway as Jordan Maxwell controls the tip from Devonere Garvey. And the Bears black road uniforms with gold trim matching up with the Southern Wesleyan home whites and blue trim. It's a Matthew Cleveland three that's too strong, rebounded by Timms. Cleveland's coming into the game at 53% from beyond the arc. He has 48 points in just 53 minutes played. That's the team leader in three-point percentage with a minimum of 10 and 6. Aaron Timms now working on the post. His left-handed shot is good. Warriors scoring the first rebounded by Garvey. Eventually rejected. Rebounded by Osobaya. Here's RJ Bell, which he's a former Clinton College player. He appeared in 2 games for them after transferring to Harrison College in 2022-2023 and started 25 games for them last year, averaging 14, 6, and 3 in 17 minutes. And I'm joined now by my partner Matthew and Danny. Matt, give me some of your thoughts on today's game and talk to us a little bit about the current mug shot athletic player of the week, RJ Bell.
Well, coming into this game, RJ Bell, a big talking spot for this game, came in transferring from Clinton College, so knew this one was circled on the schedule as soon as it came out. It's going to be a big game for him. Hopefully getting the job done, really trying to stick it to his old team. Talked to him earlier today as I interviewed him for Mugshot Athlete of the Week. By the way, congratulations to him. Big week he had. But Toddle said he didn't leave the school on bad terms or anything. He just wanted to send a message to them.
Successful teams in the NCCAA over the last couple of years. They made an NCCAA championship game with multiple conference championships over leadership of Corey Sloan in his 3rd year, former Winthrop assistant, former Northwestern high school assistant. Shea Smith. His first game in first year. Bottom out here, 14 Warriors lead, 17-40 left here in the first quarter. It's going to be Jordan Maxwell, 2K-16 senior from Jacksonville, Arkansas. In low to Garvey. Garvey wants to go to work with that left hand, finishes with the right two, strong, and then put back also short. And Shea Smith pulls down the rebound on the pace here in the other way.
And Garvey having that size, being center for this Golden Bears team, standing at 6'10", definitely going to be a big battle for Osobaya down low.
Yeah, it's a really physical battle between Osobaya and Garvey, 2 big, strong forwards. There's 7 on the shot clock now. Bell looking to create off the dribble. And ripped away by Miller. Here goes Jordan Miller now the other way. He dumps off to Cleveland, who can't finish the contact. They'll hit to free throw.
We've been seeing some good production lately from Matthew Cleveland out on the floor. Just last game, I believe, having 15 points in the game.
16 junior from Astoria, New York transfer from Niagara. He has 40 points in just 50 minutes per game. It's a pretty ridiculous ratio.
Definitely a big reason why we're seeing him in the starting lineup.
Pressure there. Shea Smith reads it well. Osobaya can't finish, but he top 5 in the conference. Free throw attempts. 70%. 6-17 for Bronx, New York. Chance for the Bears to take their first lead. Ball screen. Next Campbell turns the corner and finishes with the right hand. 5'11" junior. Dodge on the shot block as well, and Clinton College takes their first lead of the game at 6-4. Here's Bell throwing it up for Timms and tipped in by Aaron. And we're once again square at 6.
We're not the post you're looking for, but anyway, get the job done there by Aaron Timms.
Miller, no good, rebounded by RJ Bell. He's rebounded the ball very well in the past couple games. Aaron Timms looking to work inside. He was blocked by Miller and then rebounded by Miller. He tried to split a double team between Holman and his own man. Rico ripped it away and scored with the right hand. So the Warriors are taking 2 points. Very even teams on paper coming into the game. Cleveland wants a straightaway 3 and he connects. There's Bears back up top by 1. Three subs coming in the Bears for the next ball. Here's RJ Bell on the screen. Smaller Snipes Campbell on him. Bell shots good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Snipes Campbell pushing the pace the other way. He fakes the handoff. Not there. Spinning on Bell. Can't finish with the left hand. Rebounded inside by Cleveland. Straight up in the air. Above the backboard. They've got it off of Cleveland last Warrior possession when we come back. Bears lead by 1 through 5.
Hey, Ryan. We can't really hear each other or ourselves.
That was loud.
Welcome back inside. Canyon here for the Conference Carolina Digital Network. A 1-point lead for the Bears after that made three from Matthew Cleveland. Not the Matthew Cleveland of Florida State and Miami. This is Matthew Cleveland of Astoria, New York, one of the top shooting Bears. Gave them the 1-point lead. This is Rico Hallman now working from the short corner. Shot's no good. Rebounded by the Warriors leader, Shea Smith. He goes back up at short and rebounded by Snipes Campbell. Wouldn't tell it by his size, but Jordan Snipes Campbell had a 10-point, 11-rebound double-double last night against Carolina University, a 3-point win for the Bears, and Cleveland scores again inside. It's been a really tough matchup so far for the Warriors, scoring inside and out, listed at 6'8", so that's the true size of a power forward. And he's doing what a hybrid power forward should do, and that's score inside and out. Now Shea Smith outside for RJ Bell's three. It's too strong, and rebound goes to Jacoby Simpson, who checked in at the last dead ball. Cleveland wants another. Long rebound, eventually controlled by Shea Smith, and it hit Chris Osobaya when he was standing out of play, so that will be a Warrior turnover. As Eric Hackett will check in for Shea Smith. Corey Miller also into the game for the Bears, as well as Lamondo Cargile.
And Eric Hackett still the leading scorer for the Warriors coming into this game.
Yeah, Hackett at 14.4 points per game. He was their team leader last year as well at 9.5. Miller wants a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Eric Hackett. Long pass up ahead for Osobaya. They have numbers. If he can go quickly, he does. Up and under, finishes with the left hand. Good recognition there from Hackett to push the pace, and the Warriors take the lead right back down to one. Here goes Cargile through the lane, and he was fouled. Coach Seitz and crew didn't think there was a whole lot of contact, but they get it on Timms, and that will be Aaron's second, meaning Jamaris McCray will have to check in.
And against Belmont Abbey, we saw McCray have an insane highlight reel of a poster. And luckily you were here for that, Andrew. What was that like, calling that?
It was pretty crazy. I could kind of see it coming. I could see him really tracking those steps, and then got the pass and just went up. And the best dunk I've seen in person so far this year. This is actually Lamondo Cargile's first game. Don't have a whole lot of information on him. Listed on the website is just his name and number. There's no heights, no hometown, and no previous stats. So we're assuming this is his first game of the year. He went 1 of 2 from the stripe, and the Warriors tied a game up at 12. 13 to play. Cargile rejects the screen. Euro steps through the lane. The right-handed layup is good. Bears retake a 2-point lead. Rico Hallman to facilitate the offense. Now he's got Cargile on him. Now Osobaye turning the corner, going inside. And through contact, the shot was no good. That's maybe the type of contact that Osobaye, who's one of the leaders in the conference in free throw attempts, he's used to getting those type of calls. Did it that time, and then the Bears capitalized with a layup from Corey Miller, who had a game-high 19 points on 8 of 11 shooting last night. And a 4-point lead for the Bears. Here's Hackett, who was bumped by Snipes Campbell.
Golden Bears bench really getting into that position there.
4-point Clinton lead. We'll take a break.
As institutions found with a focus on faith, service, or both, we share common values to strive to attain excellence and virtue in all that we do. Conference Carolinas has a rich tradition and roots that dates to its initial inception on December 6, 1930. Our students are nationally recognized for their extraordinary success in the classroom, in the community, and at the highest levels of NCAA competition. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas.
Osobaye fouled on the first possession following the under 12 timeout, so he'll head back to the free throw line. He missed his first 2 attempts a couple minutes ago as C.J. Jordan prepares to check in for Coach Stites. Osobaye now 0 of 3 from the stripe, a 73% shooter coming into the game, as Jordan gets McCray and the Warriors go slightly small. So 5 on the floor for the home team. Osobaye, Hallman, Jordan, Bell, and Hackett. And Osobaye's missed his first 4 free throws. Here goes Cargile the other way. He splits a double team. Can't finish with the left hand. Osobaye hauls in the rebound.
And Osobaye, a guy that we've seen go 13 for 15 from the line. Not the best start from him.
It's a coast-to-coast finish from Rico Hallman to cut the lead back to 2, and a little bit of pressure led by R.J. Bell. Now they drop into a 2-3 zone. Here's Cargile. Bell in his gaps. 10 on the shot clock. What can Corey Miller work with? They go inside. Garvey, soft touch, and finishes.
And just inside has really been the struggle for the Warriors tonight, letting a lot of things go down low. A lot of made baskets coming from the Golden Bears.
Yeah, but still just the first score for Garvey. He was 0 of 3 from the field before that. There's Hackett.
Inside, Jordan slipped the screen and finished with the right hand. Beautiful work between Hackett and Jordan for the score. CJ Jordan, the 6'4 junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Man, I've really liked his minutes off the bench as Rico Hallman now steals and goes the other way. He was fouled. But to finish that point, it feels like CJ Jordan is productive in his limited minutes just about every game.
Especially, we'd like to see him get a little bit more in the second half to see more production from him. But like you're saying, not many minutes, but a lot of production coming from him. Especially against, I believe it was Carolina Christian. Had a very great game in that one.
He had 16 points as well against Belmont Abbey on 6 of 7 field goals earlier this month. Those are his 2 season highs, Belmont Abbey and Carolina Christian. Not the biggest of forwards, but his off-ball movement really helps the offense flow when he's out there. As Hallman goes 2 of 2 and we're tied at 18. And right on cue as we're complimenting C.J. Jordan, he's subbed out for Jamaris McCray. Assume a little bit of offense-defense between the two, trying to keep McCray out of foul trouble with Aaron Timms already at 2. There's McCray ripping away the rebound. Now Hallman looking to push the pace again, in and out dribble. Dumps off for Hackett. Hackett wants a 3, it's good. There's the first score of the game for Eric Hackett, and the Warriors retake a 3-point lead.
You know, I think one of the main reasons you sub out Jordan here is because, like you were saying, not the biggest forward, but does have a lot of production. We're definitely going to be seeing more minutes from him as he's actually getting ready to sub in now.
As there's the foul on Jamaris McCray. So that looks like what it is. He's trying to get as many offensive possessions out of C.J. Jordan and as many defensive possessions out of Jamaris McCray as for Clinton College Golden Bears will check in. And Garvey knocks down the first. The 52% free throw shooter. Their team leader in rebounds per game at 9.2 rebounds per game, as well as 12.8 points per game. And Jordan gets McCray, Garvey the lone Golden Bear to stay in. So they're starting 5 back in, except for Talon Hicks, as C.J. Jordan rips away the rebound on the second missed free throw. So still 2-point lead for the home team. Just under halfway through the first half. And Eric Hackett's foul. And that's the second on Jordan Snipes-Campbell, so Jordan Miller will have to get him. That's a big miss for Clinton College. That's their leader in both points per game and assists per game, as well as a team high 13 three-pointers made coming into the game.
And both SWU and the Golden Bears having production guys getting in foul trouble there. That's a great pass down low from R.J. Bell to find Osabaye.
Yeah, beautiful feed from R.J. Bell, and they could have really went to Jordan or Osabaye. They both had cut well into the lane to help out their guard, and now it's a 4-point Warrior lead as they're back into this 2-3 zone. But Cleveland attacks it well, and he was fouled. That'll just be the first on Osabaye. But Matthew Cleveland back to the line. He's already got a game or a team high 7 points. As Chris Osabaye already has 10 for the Warriors, but remember, he's missed 4 free throws, so he could be well above his season average if he were to convert, as Cleveland does there, 64% free throw shooter.
And again, it is just beginning of the game. Going to see a lot more trips to the line for Osabaye, so definitely a chance to raise that margin.
Cleveland no good on the second, so lead stays at 3 with 9 to play as Bobby Taylor awaits the check-in of the next dead ball for the Warriors. Bell thought about a 3, now get into the lane. Pass deflected by Miller and then stolen away by Jordan Maxwell. Now here goes Cleveland the other way. Hicks wants a 3. It's well long, rebounded by Hallman. Now they have numbers, 3-on-1. Miller does good to get it into the ball, and then Cleveland stole it away. This is Miller up ahead for Garvey, who finishes inside over the smaller C.J. Jordan. Lead down to 1. Here's Bell. getting to his spot in the mid-range, but it's short. Long rebound goes to Hicks. And here goes Taylon Hicks, spinning and handing off to Maxwell, who attacks the closeout. Now Miller, straight away three, short, rebounded by Hackett, who could not get it up to C.J. Jordan, who would have been all alone for a transition layup. Now here, Matthew Cleveland for three. It's no good. Well, long, but eventually Jordan Miller the putback, and Clinton College retakes the lead.
Warriors just having 2 points in transition to start out this one. Had a chance for a big play there, just couldn't really get the pass on target. There's also great defense in transition for the Golden Bears, as that's a missed three from Hallman there.
Now here goes Miller the other way, splitting the double team, then a Euro step around the attempted charge from Osobay, but the ball will stay with Clinton College when we return. 1 point lead for the Golden Bears, 7:22 to play.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Welcome back inside Tynesiger Gymnasium here. Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion for the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. It's a Clinton College baseline out of bounds here. Lamondo Cargyle to trigger. 22 on the shot clock, 7:22 on the game clock. A 1 point lead for the team in black. They go inside. Garvey, he couldn't get it off cleanly. It was rebounded by McCray. I wonder if they'll end up giving a block to Osobay there, as Bobby Taylor's into the game for the first time, joined by Hackett, Hallman, Osobay, and McCray. Hackett comes around the screen. He wants a straightaway three. It's no good off the front rim, rebounded by Maxwell. Here's Cargyle. Nice move from him into the lane, and finishes with a little push shot over Hallman. Really nice in-between crossover there, and a 3 point lead for Clinton College.
Clinton College having the lead here, but they are just shooting 10 for 25 on the game. A lot of those being down low, missing a little bit of layups there. Same thing for the Warriors, 10 for 20 on the game. RJ Bell, big game from him. Scoreless so far, taking a little break on the bench, trying to calm down this little culture he has coming into the game. As Bobby Taylor on their own end, trying to inbound there to Osobay. And it will be out of bounds. Last touched by Osobay. So another costly turnover there for the Warriors, their own territory. As another chance for the Golden Bears to extend this lead they have.
It's rare when you get minutes without one of RJ Bell or Shea Smith, but they're always key minutes. Usually it means it's Bobby Taylor in the game. As Cleveland wild on that one, rebounded by McCray. He was trying to handle it, had it ripped away. Now Cleveland looking to punish him inside, and he does. So now up to a 5 point lead for Clinton College. Taylor around the McCray screen. He kicks out for Hackett, who wants a corner three. It's too strong, rebounded by Devoneer Garvey. There goes Cargyle now, as C.J. Jordan wants to check in. Cargyle steps into a three. It's no good. Rebounded by McCray.
And the Warriors having 7 turnovers to start out this game to the Golden Bears' only one that they have.
Hackett inside, had it poked away, and found Hallman, who hit the three. There's Rico Hallman's first three of the game. He's been a much improved shooter this year, just below 40% from behind the arc, and a turnover. It's Hallman again. Here goes Rico through the lane. Euro steps, finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back scores from Rico Hallman, and we're tied. Now good move there from Maxwell. He wants to answer, he can't, and eventually into the hands of Rico Hallman again. And he's fouled, and now Rico a chance for scores on 3 straight possessions. Now he will shoot free throws.
And Hallman right now leading the Warriors 11 points in the game. Gained those pretty quickly in the last few possessions here. 4 for 6 shooting, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc, with the Warriors shooting 2 for 6, breaking up a very long scoring drought. Rico Hallman having a great first half here.
Yeah, and you mentioned only 2 turnovers now for Clinton College. Rico has both of those steals, and he scored on both of them. 58% free throw shooter. It's no good. Hackett gets the rebound. It was just 1-and-1. Eric Hackett very well aware. Now Hallman wants a three. It's short. And Jordan keeps it alive, but he did not establish himself back in bounds. So Warriors an empty possession, but great effort from both Hackett and Jordan. 2 offensive rebounds for them. That pushes their total up now to 22. They lead by 8 rebounds. Here's Cargile. Splits the double team. Dumps off to Corey Miller, whose push shot's no good. Rebounded by Hallman. Hit ahead pass to Eric Hackett. All alone in transition. They'll finish with the right hand.
Hackett now moving up to 5 points in the game. Of course, coming off of the bench, getting those points. You know, some limited minutes, has 9 right now. That's another miss there from the Bears. Rico Hallman, full head of steam. Kick out there to Jordan. Jordan from the corner. Can't make that one.
Jordan snipes Campbell back into the game as Bobby Taylor is there waiting on Corey Miller. That's a charge. Great play there from Bobby Taylor, the 6-foot junior from nearby Clemson, South Carolina, drawing the charge. Textbook easiest call of the day out there for the officials. As the Warriors force turnover number 3. We'll see if they can make it 3 for 3 on scores here on this possession. Rico Hallman so far scored on both the turnovers.
Taking that charge from Corey Miller, it can't be too easy out there for Taylor. Corey Miller, the freshman, 6'6". Big hit coming from him.
Yeah, Corey Miller, 6'6", not a small 6'6" either. Matt, one time I broke my hand drawing a charge. It wasn't a 6'6" dude, but it was a future college defensive tackle. His name was Jesse. And in 5th grade, Jesse was probably about 5'10", 180 maybe. So that's
a big boy.
Rule of the day, Matt, don't take charges in 5th grade recess, or else you'll be out for the year.
I've played pickup with a few guys that will take a charge in like 3v3 basketball.
Yeah, that's not me. 5-on-5, real game, yes, I'll take a charge for sure, but pickup, you just don't take a charge in pickup. That should be in the rules. It should be listed on every gym. If you're playing pickup, don't take a charge.
Along with no flopping either.
No flopping, no charges, as we have it stoppage. And we'll extend it into immediate timeout. 32-30, SWU leads with 3:35 to play here in the first half.
You played before that. Trying to have them trim or something.
And his West.
West Shows FC, where by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. By far the greatest team the world has ever seen. West Coast FC, where by far the greatest team
The world has ever seen.
where by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
Conference Carolina's digital network, powered by Huddle, is the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. Digital network features all the original live stream programming from Conference Carolinas. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network is available online at conferencecarolinas.com/watch, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Mobile devices including iPhone, iPad, and Android will also work for the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinas.com/watch.
Thank you all for joining us here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network on this Thursday evening. We should remind you that the Warriors will be back in action again tomorrow, again at Tizier Gymnasium, again here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Matt will have a call for that one. They take on Carolina Christian, a team who they played earlier this year and set the school record for points in the game, 132. We're, of course, hoping that they could repeat that with a little bit more tomorrow as McRae misses the front end of a 1-1. The lead stays at 2.
Also coming up over the weekend, baseball and softball will be on the road, but here at home, down at Childs Field, lacrosse will be starting their season. Going against a non-conference opponent, but still a very exciting watch here on Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
What, do you know the start time for that one, Matt? Is it 12?
I believe it is 1 o'clock.
1. Cool. Well, if you're not coming out on campus, make sure you check out the ladies lacrosse team. They started off the season really strong last year, so hoping we'll do the same, but finish even better as McRae is no good on the corner 3. Rebounded by Cargyle. Extra pass to Simpson. Now inside for Maxwell. He attacks. Can't finish. Rebounded by McRae. Jamar's been everywhere on the glass. That's his second turnover after pulling down a rebound. He had it one stripped away, now throws that one away. So he's got 7 rebounds, 2 turnovers. And he'll have a seat. Back into the game is Aaron Timms and Chris Osobaye. .240 left to play here in the first half. Here's Simpson, corner 3, it's good. Jordan Simpson retakes the lead right in front of the Warrior bench. Low screen from Timms, Hackett flies inside, he was fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. So Eric Hackett, the Warriors leader in points per game, will have a chance to increase his number. He's got 7 so far, a 74% free throw shooter on the year.
For softball coming up over the weekend, they'll be away playing Albany State University in a doubleheader, both those being on Friday. And then our baseball team will be in Americus, Georgia, taking on Georgia Southwestern in a Saturday-Sunday doubleheader. So a lot of excitement for the sports world coming up for Southern Wesleyan. But it will be here on campus, our women's lacrosse team taking on Emory Henry in a non-conference matchup. So hopefully they can get a win there to start off the season.
Hackett misses both, so the Warriors are 2 of 10 from the free throw line. That is bad, Matt. 8 missed free throws. Hard to win basketball games when you miss 8 free throws in a half. As Maxwell hauls it in, and he'll get a chance to shoot.
And it's crazy when you look at it. For both, their three-point percentage is better than their free throw percentage. Warriors shooting 22% from beyond the arc and only 20% from the stripe.
Yeah, really neither of those are great numbers, especially when you only have 2 makes for each. As Maxwell knocks down the first, he's a 68% free throw shooter. CJ Jordan checking in for Aaron Timms. The Warriors have had a lot of shooting struggles throughout the year, both from 3 and from the free throw line. As there's a 2 of 2 trip for Jordan Maxwell, the 6'6 senior from Arkansas. And gives the Golden Bears a 3-point lead. Here's Hackett. Couple jabs. Now pulls up at the elbow. It's short and rebounded by Maxwell. Jordan looking at coast to coast. Hangs and finishes. And a timeout called by Clinton College. They're on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes where the Warriors are scoreless. A 5-point Clinton College lead. It's a 60-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Matt, we've run through some of the shooting struggles here for the Warriors there. 14 of 29 from the field, which that is not too bad, but then you look more in depth, the 2 of 9 from 3, the 2 of 10 free throws. That has to be improved. Clinton College there, 14 of 37. That's 37% from the field. They're 2 of 11 from the 3, but they're shooting 70% on 10 attempts from the free throw line, and that's actually the exact difference if you're looking at the scoreboard. It's 37-32. Clinton College leads by 5. They're 7 of 10 from the free throw line. The Warriors are 2 of 10 from the free throw line. So seems like a simple fix for Coach Stites at the break. They do have 1:39 left to try to get even closer. 5 on the floor for them now after a couple of changes is Smith, Bell, Hackett, Jordan, and Osobai. So the 3-guard lineup for them. It's a 1-2-2 zone here from Clinton College with Simpson causing some havoc there on the outside. There's 10 on the shot clock, and the Warriors have yet to get the ball inside the 3-point line. Now they do. It's poked up in the air, stolen by Maxwell. Now this is Garney. Nice feed for him. And Jacoby Simpson finishes. The lead is 7. The run is 11.
And that's 13 points in transition that the Bears have to the Warriors 6. So a lot of forced turnovers coming from the Golden Bears getting into passing lanes.
Osobai tries to muscle up. He can't. Numbers the other way for the Golden Bears. This is Cargile. Right back to Simpson, handing off. Flying through the lane was Maxwell. He couldn't finish. Cargile got the offensive rebound, and he was fouled by Shea Smith. That will be his second. They probably could have called it on Osobai, Smith, or Jordan. They give it to Shea. That's his second. And 2 shots for Cargile. First one's no good. Cargile's been solid off the bench today. He's got 5 points here, 5 rebounds to go with it in 12 minutes. And he has missed 2 free throws. Rare for the Golden Bears in this one. And he misses that one as well. So the Warriors escape with an empty possession.
And just looking at the scoreboard right now, you just see the Warriors in the double bonus now, but those free throw trips are not really helping them right now.
They're not, as Coach Stites calls a timeout. There's about a 7-second difference in between the game clock and the shot clock. It will be a side out here. 30-second timeout. Coach Stites looking to draw something up as Hallman will check in. Rico's got a game high 11 points. He's 4 of 7 from the field. Filling up the box score as well. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals.
He's really been your consistent guy on the floor. We're definitely needing more minutes from him coming down the stretch.
Yeah, and since coming back from the minor car accident, in his last 3 games, he has 11 points per game in 27 minutes. He's 3 of 10 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He was sitting right at 50% before that stretch where he's made 8 of 9. Add that into today, he's got 10 of 12. So much better from him. We'll see if they can get a look for him. This is probably their best offensive lineup. Hackett, Smith, Bell, Hallman, and Osobai. Hopefully they can get a bucket out of it. It's been good defense over the past 3 minutes for Clinton College. 10 on the shot clock. Hackett, corner, Hallman, just like we said, except Hallman can't finish. Osobai, the offensive rebound. Shot clock is off and stolen by Maxwell. Up ahead for Jacoby Simpson, who finishes with 2 hands. Now Shea Smith, half court heave at the buzzer. Rattles home. Big time shot for Shea Smith to end the Warriors scoring drought before we head to the locker room. It's a 6-point Clinton College lead. And we'll have a chance to catch our breath. We'll be back in a couple minutes with halftime stats and report here from Tyneside Gymnasium.
Diamond T Promotional Gear is just a family-owned business that provides screen print, embroidery, vinyl graphics, for cars and banners. We've been in business now for over 32.
What if there's a place for you where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you just might change the world? This is it. Step into community, step into faith, step into life. Step into Southern Wesleyan University.
Hello and welcome back inside Tiger Gymnasium here. Andrew Baxley for the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. A 6-point lead for the Clinton College Golden Bears. It was 9 until Shea Smith banked in a 3 right at the halftime buzzer. It was his first score of the game. Only 9 minutes for him in the first half. The Warriors starting point guard as a team. The Warriors have really struggled from the free throw line. They're 2 of 10 and 3 of 11 from 3. Whereas Clinton College, they're 2 of 11 from 3, but they are 7 of 12 from the free throw line. Also 11 turnovers for SWU to just 4 from Clinton College. But we should note that the Golden Bears played just last night. They won by 3 over Carolina University. So we'll see if those legs look tired at all in the second half. And if the fresher ones from the home team can prevail, they will have the ball to start this second half. It's RJ Bell, Bobby Taylor, Rico Hallman, Chris Osobaye, and Jamaris McCray to start the second half. And the 5 who started the game will start the second half for Clinton College: Maxwell, Snipes, Campbell, Miller, Cleveland, and Devanir Garvey. As Rico Hallman tries a 3, and it's good on the first possession of the second half. They're now 4 of 12. Increase that number to 30% from behind the arc, and they'll drop into their 2-3 zone to start this first defensive possession of the second half. RJ Bell jumps in the air and snags it with one hand, then finishes with the same on the other end, and just like that, the lead is down to 1.
That's RJ Bell's first bucket of the game. It took him a little bit, but finally back into the groove.
Maxwell, can he answer with a 3 of his own? He does. And Jordan Maxwell, who averages 11.5 points per game. They have several players in double digits. He's just one of them. He knocks down his first 3 of the game. Taylor keeps it. Now Hallman looking to turn the corner. Step back to the free throw line. Soft touch is no good. And Garvey snatched it off the rim. Inside, Cleveland, turnaround jumper, too strong, rebounded by Hallman. And here's Taylor going quickly the other way. Osobaye drives, had it stripped by Snipes Campbell. Their leader in steals per game. Now Cleveland, corner 3, this time it's good. 2 threes in the first 2 minutes for Clinton College, and their lead goes back up to 7.
Cleveland just having a great game. Now 2 for 5 from beyond three-point land, having 13 in the game.
Here's RJ Bell, Hallman, and Maxwell deflected that pass, or it would have been a dunk from McCray under.
And that's really been the summary of the game, especially defensively for Clinton. They've been so good at getting in passing lanes, especially some overhead passes.
6 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to go quickly. Taylor recognizes it. Drives downhill, pulls up. It's good. Big play there from Bobby Taylor. And the lead goes back down to 5.
Taylor's first points of the game in a big spot here for the Warriors, trying to find some momentum to get back now.
Here's Maxwell driving baseline, up and under, no good. Shot was impacted by McCray. Not sure if he touched it or not. But now here go the Warriors the other way. And Hallman had it poked away. And Bell picked up the foul. So turnover number 13 for the Warriors.
It just seems like a lot of miscommunication between players right now.
Yeah, Bell certainly wanted the handoff from Hallman. Rico denied it. Turned into a turnover. 5-point lead for the visiting Clinton College Bears. Looking to get Garvey a touch. He's been quiet in the scoring column, and he bowls over Osobai, but the foul is on Christopher on the block, so the contact was before the lowered shoulder of Devoneer Garvey, a 52% free throw shooter.
And Osobai really not a fan of that call here.
As Garvey gets the first to fall, 6'10 junior from Patterson, New Jersey. Several New York, New Jersey area players on this roster. And Garvey knocks down the second as well. Lead goes back up to 7 with just under 17 to play. And see what Bobby Taylor and the Warriors can answer with. There's Bell. Finland action 3, too strong. Long rebound goes to Snipes Campbell. Turns it to a long outlet pass, which he can't convert because of a goaltending call. Looked like that one was going to fall. Just hung on the edge of the rim, and I think it was Garvey who touched it. So Warriors get away with one there. Ball in the hands of Taylor again. Nearly turned it over, right back to Bobby, all the way through. Kicks out for Hallman. He tries a three. It's no good off the front rim, rebounded by Miller. Here goes Snipes Campbell now the other way. Keeps it into the chest of Hallman. They say play on. Now Cleveland attacks Taylor, and he'll head to the free throw line himself.
That one going against Taylor there. It'll be his first foul of the game. Would be the Warriors' third foul of the half already.
And Alex Tavares will check in. He hit 2 threes. And the last game against Emmanuel, 2 of the 4, just 4 made threes as a team for SWU against Emmanuel. 4 for 17, that's 23.5%. And Cleveland knocks down 2, lead is 8.
And Tavares is definitely the definition of catch and shoot. Let's see a lot of them standing in the corner there, then popping out to his spot there. And waiting for a pass right to him there. It's a great move there from Osobai. Really having to muscle that one to the rim.
Yeah, very strong finish there from the 6'7 senior from the Bronx. They're trying to get Garvey a touch inside. And that foul is on the floor. In words between Garvey and Osobai. That's, like we mentioned, New York versus New Jersey, so they're probably just talking about where to eat when they go home. We'll take a break. That's personal foul number 3 on Osobai, 15:44 to play. It's a 6-point Clinton College lead. So baseline chance here for Clinton College as we return. It's Jacoby Simpson to trigger. He just checked in alongside Corey Miller. They go quickly into Cargyle. He checked in as well. Long rebound to Bobby Taylor. 3-on-1. Taylor, Bell, and McCray. Jamara's going to control it initially, but then calmly finished with the right-hand lead is 4.
Bobby Taylor really a fan of those flashy passes, almost causes a turnover there. Luckily for the Warriors, they kept possession and got the bucket there.
Miller picked up his dribble. Good defense from Taylor. Right back to Corey Miller. Through his legs over Tavares. It's no good. Miller, offensive rebound, but he pushed off first. Corey Miller rumbling around in the paint. And that's just team foul number 1 of the half, but personal foul number 3 on Miller. As we mentioned, Osobaya picked up his 3rd personal just before the break. Both him and Garvey on the bench. But still 2 big line up there, McCray and Timms for the Warriors. 5 minutes played here in the second half. Timms can't finish. The late foul call there on Cleveland. Number 3 on him. And first trip to the free throw line for the Warriors. They really struggled from the free throw line. 2 of 10 in the first half. Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily. Our 15 current member institutions work hard daily to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. As Timms misses the second, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Eric Hackett at the table at the next dead ball. Again, Corey Miller at the free throw line trying to split that 2-3 zone. Maxwell. Miller, he wants to try one, and he gets it to fall. Corey Miller for 3. Lead back up to 6. It's been about this margin for the past 10 or so minutes since the Warriors couldn't score for the last 4 or so minutes. There's Alex Tavares off the bench, and he drains a 3. He's made his last 3 attempts from 3 going back to the Emmanuel game on Tuesday. Right back to Miller. He's touched the ball a whole lot in the past 3 minutes for the Golden Bears. Cargyle looking to attack. Muscles through the contact of Taylor. It was legal off Bobby Last. As Eric Hackett will check in for R.J. Bell. And Matt, Alex Tavares picking up where he left off with made 3s.
Tavares just such, as I was saying earlier, such a great catch and shoot player. Has that Klay Thompson gene, we'll call it, as he will just sit in his spot and wait for a great pass like we just saw from McCray to find him in the corner. And that's the main reason. That's his main role on this team. Just wish we could see more minutes out of him to see more production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's tough when you're near the bottom of the rotation to come in and be ready. As here he is again with the left hand looking to finish. But when you're a shooter, your job is to always be shot ready. And when you don't play a whole lot, especially when you're not playing as much as you think you should, it can be tough to mentally be ready. But give him credit. He's been ready the past 2 games. Cleveland, is he ready in the corner? He was, but just rattled out, rebounded by Hackett. Tavares thought about it again, swinging around for Taylor. Now Bobby pulling up from the elbow. That's his spot, but it was strong and rebounded by Cargyle. Now they're pushing the pace. Here's Lamondo. Can he answer with an elbow jumper of his own? It's just like Bobby's and too strong. Here's Hackett.
Hackett eyeing Tavares.
Thought about it. Again, Tavares drives the closeout. Dumps off for Timms. Left hand. No good. Off target. This is Simpson. Simpson Euro steps around Taylor, but Timms fouled him. I believe that's going to be number 3 on Aaron. And it is. Three subs for Clinton College, 1 for the Warriors after the first shot from Jacoby Simpson. This is going to be just his 4th and 5th attempts of the year. First one's good. He's now 4 of 5 from the stripe in 2024-25. As Shea Smith gets Bobby Taylor. And Maxwell, Snipes, Campbell, and Garvey check in for Clinton College. Simpson, a 6'6" sophomore from Asheville, North Carolina. Gets them both to fall, leads 5.
Gio Hogan That scores table getting ready to come in at the next stoppage. Looking for some size down low for the Warriors. Right now, Smith with it, trying to direct some traffic. Hackett there, around the wing. Having Timms down low, and that one's poked away. Fast break here. Trying to save it. Tavares there, 1-on-2. And they'll keep it here with the Bears. It was last touched by Tavares.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was the right call, but a very chaotic sequence as Timms with the 3 personal fouls to take a seat for Hogan. So Tavares, McCray, Hogan, Smith, and Hackett, they get it into Garvey. He is a capable shooter, one you want to stay down on, but you can knock him down. This is where he works better in the post, but it's stripped away by Shea Smith. Numbers for the Warriors going the other way. Dumped off to Hogan, who finishes with the left hand. Svani Hogan checks in and scores. Timeout called by the Warriors. We'll take it with them. Lead is 3 for Clinton College. Back now here at Teisinger Gymnasium, Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion for the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. It's a 57-54 lead for the visiting Clinton College Golden Bears. Here's pressure from the Warriors as we return from a timeout. It's Corey Miller on the drive. Now around for Simpson. Low post touch for Garvey. He goes to work. And a foul. I thought that was...
It looked clean from here.
It looked to me like Gio Hogan was straight up in the air. But the officials disagree, so another trip to the free throw line for Devanir Garvey.
Garvey 3 for 4. Now made that 4 for 5 from the stripe on the 9.
He was just 52% coming into the game from the stripe. 33 for 62 on the year before this one, so he's well above that mean. 5-point Clinton lead.
As a team now shooting 14 for 20 from the stripe. A much better ratio than the Warriors tonight.
Really tough shot there from Shea Smith. It was defended extremely well by Jordan Snipes Campbell, who himself has been somewhat quiet. He's only got the 2 points. That's their leading scorer at 18.6 per game. He did pick up the 2 personal fouls in the first half. Simpson wants to try a 3. It's short. And McCray saved it to Tavares. Fort Miller had to be careful right there as Hackett flies inside. McCray cleans it up but can't finish. Miller the rebound. Now Snipes Campbell, 2-on-1, throws it up top, and Simpson finishes.
Warriors getting beat in transition right now, 22-11. Another reason like that, great outlet passes being shown.
Now Smith pulling up again in the mid-range. This time it's short. Again, McCray a rebound, and again he can't finish, but this time there's a whistle.
It's like Cleveland and Maxwell getting ready to come in for the Bears.
McCray's now got 10 rebounds. If he misses, then you know it's a weird night because this is the Warriors' best free throw shooter statistically at 83%.
Making it even weirder night. 3 for 12 from the stripe.
And he knocks down the first. 6'9" junior from St. Petersburg, Florida, transferred in from Lincoln Trail Community College. Seeing a lot more minutes, a lot more production over the past 10 or so games, both offensively and defensively, and tonight, especially on the glass, as he goes 2 of 2. Man, I believe that's got to be their first 2 of 2 trip from the free throw line.
It has to be 4 for 14 now.
See if they can get a stop to match it. Here's Snipes Campbell. McCray switched on him, goes up and under, can't finish. Tipped by Cleveland, no good. Ripped away by Hogan off of him last.
Warriors student section not a fan of that one. Another close call there on the baseline.
Shout out to the Warriors zone down below. Now Cleveland inside, tough finish from him around the very long arms of Jamaris McCray. Lead back to 4.
Cleveland having 16 in the game on 5 for 13 shooting. And McCray trying to go to work on Cleveland. Now being double teamed. Kick out to Hogan. Hogan top of the key. Can't make it there.
Probably the shot that they would like the Warriors to shoot. Gio's yet to make a 3 so far this year. Lead stays at 5. This is Maxwell trying to direct some traffic. They go inside to Cleveland, who goes up and under and finishes. Back-to-back scores for Matthew Cleveland. Lead grows again. There's now Shea Smith. They're going to call something out for the Warriors. Hackett straight to the cup. Right hand short. Hogan flies in. Rebound. Bucket's no good. And rebounded by Cleveland. He throws it up ahead for Simpson. Simpson with Snipes Campbell. It was a bad pass. And Warriors dodge a score.
And that's been one of the few empty transitions that we've seen the Golden Bears have in this game. Very fortunate for the Warriors, still trying to get back into this game, 58-65, as we do still have just under 9 minutes left to play.
And we've got a foul on the inbounds, and I believe a double technical between Smith and Simpson. We'll wait to get that cleared up, but there was contact as Smith was trying to get away from the pressure. And this one might take a little bit of cleaning up as we await what happened. It could be a 2 personal. So first we got the foul on Simpson, and then the double technical foul on Simpson and Smith.
Coach Stites over there asking, what did Smith do?
Well, he's asking the wrong ref. That ref was on the far side.
Like Tavares being subbed out.
A very good minutes from Alex here tonight. Likely we'll see him back in before it's all said and done. RJ Bell is the one who came to get him, so it's Bell, Smith, Hackett, Hogan, Osabai. We're seeing more of this 3-guard lineup than we have in the month of January here tonight. So Clinton College will be shooting free throws for the last 8:53. Just 5 team fouls on them, so the Warriors approaching that as well. Here's Bell. Need to get him going offensively. Smith spinning. Too short. Rebounded by Bell. He wants a mid-range jumper. He gets a mid-range jumper. Just field goal number 3 of the game. Number 2 of the game from RJ Bell, who had been hot over the past couple of games, averaging 17.5 over the last 7. Hackett a steal, and Hackett a score. Just like that, the lead goes down to 3 with just over 8 to play. Rico Holman will come into the next dead ball. Here's Cargyle. Hogan switched on him. Good defense by Hogan. Still good defense by Hogan. And we have, I believe, an offensive foul
on Cleveland. Saw that push there on Osabaye.
And that's 4. That's number 4 on Matthew Cleveland, and that's our under 8 media timeout. This game is getting a little bit tense, but it's been close. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one. 8 to play. Welcome back into historic Teisinger Gymnasium. 8 to play, a 3-point game between the Clinton College Golden Bears and the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. Rico Hallman into the game for the Warriors, so they go 3 guards alongside Osabaye and Hallman.
And taking a look at this turnover ratio, Golden Bears creeping up there with the Warriors. 12 turnovers to the Warriors, 15 there.
Blocking foul. They're going to give R.J. Bell the shooting foul on that, so he'll get 2 here. It would have been free throws either way. That's team foul number 7. But the way the Warriors are shooting, you want as many chances as you can get. And R.J. Bell knocks down the first. They've been better. It's now 4 of 5 in the second half after 2 of 10 from the stripe in the first half.
Yeah, just a little bit cleaner from the Warriors shooting-wise. In the first half, it's a completely different ball game, as we can still hear Simpson trying to get to the Warriors' head from the bench over there.
Yeah, they do have a very active bench. I'll give them that. As Snipes Campbell steps into a 3, offensive rebound, Garvey, and he scores. Can't have that happen in a 1-score game. Garvey just cleaning up inside. As we talked about Jordan Snipes Campbell, not his most productive game. Smith picks up his dribble, finds Hackett, 15 on the shot clock. Here's Rico. Pulling up from the elbow. The fader was no good. I believe he's yet to score here in the second half after having 14. Now Snipes Campbell throwing it up top, and Garvey finishes. How do you do, Devoneer Garvey? 5-point lead, Clinton College. Now will the Warriors answer?
Coach Snipes really not happy about that last possession, especially coming from the shot from Hallman. Had a lot of time left to play on the shot clock, and just forcing up a shot there from Hallman. As you were saying, hasn't made a shot yet here in the second half. Still leading the Warriors 14 points in the game, 5 for 12 shooting. Just needing a little more cleaner looks here as the game gets dicey.
Garvey picked up his second there, so 1-1 for Osabaye, who has yet to make a free throw. He is now 0 of 5 from the stripe today. Garvey rips away the rebound. He'll look to push it the other way. Finds Miller. Miller attacking through the lane. Garvey tipped again, and eventually controlled by R.J. Bell. Now, do the Warriors have something they like in transition? R.J. Bell surveying, poked away by Miller. Really good defense here by Jordan Miller. Now Bell gets a step through the lane and had it ripped away by Garvey. Now here goes Cargyle the other way, and they'll finish with the left hand. A timeout, Clinton College. Their lead grows again. It's 7 with 6:14 to play. And we'll just keep it right here. The Warriors had got it down to 1, but then they go scoreless for just under 2 minutes. And the lead quickly increases despite having their leading scorer tonight, Matthew Cleveland, on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Matt, what are you seeing from them during this strong stretch?
Now, coming from Clinton, still being able to force a lot of turnovers, force a lot of the throw-up shots that we've been seeing from the Warriors, and just doing an excellent job in transition. Looking right now here, 20 points in transition they've been having in this one. It's a big reason why they're up in this game. But coming from the Warriors, I'm seeing a lot of shots just chucked up when you still have a lot of time left to play on the shot clock here. Back-to-back possessions we've seen. Rico Hallman chucking up a fadeaway mid-range shot you usually wouldn't see from this team with that much time left on the shot clock. And just then RJ Bell had a wide open look at the bucket, but didn't go for it, went for that flashy pass out to the corner, which ended up being stolen away for another turnover.
Yeah, they've struggled offensively over the last couple of minutes, just not running nearly as good stuff. And we did kind of mention that there in the first half. When they seem to struggle, they often go to C.J. Jordan, and he can help, but we're yet to see him play here in the second half. The Warriors do have a lot of players they can count on. But tonight it's been Osobay with 12, Hallman with 14, and Eric Hackett with 9. Can they get Smith or Bell to hit some big shots in the final 6-10? Here's Osobay. Nice feed. Hallman had it blocked by Maxwell, rebounded by Garvey. He's pushing it himself. Garvey showing off a handle and a pass. Great vision to find Jordan Snipes Campbell. The lead grows again. It's an 8-0 run for Clinton College. Hackett, can he end it with the acrobatic finish? He can't. Smith tipped it. It's Golden Bear ball.
The Warriors just offensively not looking clean at all.
They're now scoreless for over 2 minutes as Aaron Timms.
Run for the Golden Bears as well.
Here's Snipes Campbell. Did that layup get him going? Euro steps around and finishes. Great move there, and he has back-to-back buckets, and the run is 10.
It just feels like on both sides of the floor, the Warriors are nowhere to be found.
They just have to find a way to get a bucket here.
And get a stop as well.
Here's Smith. Maxwell switched on him. Hackett, can he end the drought? He does. That's what Eric Hackett does, is he can score in any way, shape, or form. Now, as Matt said, the Warriors need to match it with a stop. They go inside to Maxwell with a smaller Shea Smith on him. Right hand, hook shot, good. Maxwell answers the 3 from Hackett. The lead goes back up to 10. Here's Bell. Right hand off the glass, soft touch. The Warriors will come out with some press here, but they break it way too easily. Here goes Jordan Maxwell now. He goes behind his back, through the lane off 2 feet. The soft touch and the jumper is good. The team's trading buckets now, but that's not what Southern Wesleyan needs with 4.5 to play.
Just going back between 8 and 10-point game here. Just over 4 minutes left to play here. That size differential coming in pretty handy for the Golden Bears, especially down low 3-ball there from RJ Bell. And that's just not a shot you want there, a deep 3.
Yeah, that's the thing, as Matt said, when you go with his 3-guard lineup, they're all good individual defenders as Snipes Campbell can't finish, and Smith saves it. We'll finish that point later. Here's a 4-on-2 break for the Warriors. Smith had it poked off his leg and saved into Bell. Here's RJ Bell. Hallman, that's a deep 2. That's good. That 1 point could mean a whole lot down the stretch as an 8-point lead. But to finish that point on the 3-guard lineup, they're all good individual defenders, but it does mean that either Shea Smith or RJ Bell is going to have to end up guarding a guy with 3 or 4 inches on him. and that can lead to a whole lot of post work from the other team. Here's good defense right on cue from Eric Hackett. Smith came to double. Carlisle got it cleanly poked away by Holman. Smith on the floor. Here's Holman now. They have numbers if they go quickly. RJ Bell, this could be a big one. He gets it to fall.
A big bucket there for RJ Bell, making his first 3 of the game. 1 for 4 now.
Here's Snipes Campbell. And now Maxwell. And it's another turnover. 3 to play, 5-point lead. And it's a media timeout here. So it's 79-74, 2:55 to play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
All right. Welcome back inside Tiger Gymnasium. It's crunch time here. 3 to play, 5-point lead. CJ Jordan and Aaron Timms come in for Osabaye and Rico Holman. CJ Jordan yet to play here in the second half, but he's in, at least for now, to close. Aaron Timms, remember, has 4 personal fouls. RJ Bell, does he have another one? He does! There's 2 threes from RJ Bell in a minute span, and the lead is 2. RJ Bell, can he come up with more big stops and more scores against his former team? They're looking to get Cleveland a touch in the post. Remember, he has 4 personals as well. So there's 2 guys with 4 battling in the post. Here's Snipes Campbell. He wants a screen and uses it. They go right to Cleveland. He's banging in low. It's short and out of play. I don't think that touched the rim, so there should be somewhere between 3 and 5. They give them 5 on the shot clock. So it's going to have to be something quick. Watch the lob to either Maxwell or Cleveland. They go straight inside to Maxwell. He tries to hang. He was fouled. They call it on CJ Jordan. That'll be free throws for Jordan Maxwell, a 68% free throw shooter. Matt, what'd you see?
I didn't see a foul, I can tell you that. Just an unfortunate foul there for Jordan. Looking like he's going out as well. Osabaye coming in.
First shot's good for Maxwell.
And we do see Osabaye in now. That's a big size that you need if you're the Warriors now. 3, possibly 4-point game now here. Just over 2 minutes left to play.
So Maxwell knocks down 2. Lead is 4. There's 2:13 to play. RJ Bell's hit 2 threes in the past minute and a half. Do they go back to him? He's got the sophomore Jacoby Simpson on him. Here they go to Bell. All the way around for Hackett. Now Smith and Timms. Smith pulls up. It's too strong. And Timms and Bell were fighting for it. It's off one of them last. Ball goes back to Clinton College. CJ Jordan will come in for Osabaye. The chance for the Warriors to press, and they can't run the baseline. This is Miller. And it's stolen away into the hands of Shea Smith. That's his easiest bucket of the night. The lead goes back down to 2. I'm not even sure if Hackett touched it. I just think Miller lost it. And there goes Hackett right back on ball. The Warriors would love another turnover.
Needs to be your best defensive stop here.
And Timms was straight up. Cleveland, the offensive rebound. He lost it out of play. It's Warrior ball. Osabaye comes back in for Jordan. It's 81-79. 87 seconds to play.
It's a minute 30 left there, and Cleveland sitting out.
And Cleveland sits with the 4 personal fouls. Devanir Garvey's back in.
18 points for Cleveland there in crunch time.
Both teams shooting free throws at every foul. Possession arrow belongs to the Golden Bears. And a 2-point lead for them as well. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Bell. Gets the screen from Osabaye. Bell through the lane, kicks out Timms. Timms corner 3, it's way too strong, but rebounded by Osabaye. And we're tied at 81 with a minute to play. Now can the Warriors get another stop?
It's just holding your breath with every single shot chucked up by the Warriors.
It
Luckily
really
there,
is.
Osabaye there with the rebound.
Aaron Timms only one
Stolen
base
away
lead on
there
the
by
year.
Hackett.
Here's Hackett. Warriors going in transition. Here's Eric to the rim. He's fouled. Eric Hackett with the Warriors tied will head to the free throw line. A 74% free throw shooter, but he's 0 of 2 tonight.
And they might talk this over. And it will just be a common foul.
It's a common foul, so 2 shots for Hackett. Osabaye will likely check out for Jordan. But first, a shot for Eric Hackett, which he gets to fall.
And giving them the lead there. The Warriors lead in a while. Their last lead was in the first quarter, or in the first half, with about 2.5 minutes left to play. Now here with about 30 seconds, a 1-point game.
Snipes Campbell around from Maxwell, who attacks C.J. Jordan. Got in the air, threw it away. Shea Smith the other way. He'll slow it down, run some clock. The shot clock is off, so they'll have to foul. And it was Cargyle who did. And I believe, again, it's just the common foul. This time on Lamondo Cargyle. And it will send Shea Smith to the free throw line. The Warriors on a 5-0 run, extended to 13-2 over the last 3:58.
8 for 19 from the stripe, needing 2 big ones here. That forces the Bears to make a 3. Makes the first one.
First one's good from the 66% shooter, Shea Smith.
Garvey going out, Cleveland coming back in. Does have those 4 fouls.
But the much more well-rounded offensive threat. He is a terrific outside shooter, 53% coming into the game.
2 for 6 on the night as well. He makes both.
So Smith makes both. 22.2. Shot clock is off. It's 84-81. And they'll get it across and call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Clock stopped at 17.6. 84-81. Clinton College is in the double bonus. 18 fouls. Oh, excuse me. Southern Wesleyan is in the double bonus. There's 18 fouls on Clinton College. They are 5 of 18 from behind the arc, 27.8. They are not the best three-point shooting team. They have several players below 20% that play regularly. And some of their best shooters include Jordan Maxwell at 39%, Matthew Cleveland at 53%, Corey Miller at 39%. We'll see if they get him in. He hasn't played in a couple of minutes.
The Warriors kind of saw the same thing with C.J. Jordan coming in late in the second half. Didn't see him until about midway through the first half. That was last time we saw him until now.
So the defensive 5, Hackett, Bell, Smith, Jordan, Timms. Maxwell's out there, Snipes Campbell, Cleveland, Cargyle, and Simpson. They go into Snipes Campbell. They've got to work somewhat quickly here. It's down to 11. Snipes Campbell. Good defense by Smith. A foul's not the worst thing unless he scores. He does. It's a 1-point lead with 6.2 to play. They got it into Smith, but I believe Snipes Campbell took a hard fall into the wall. So they'll stop play at 6.2. It's a 1-point Southern Wesleyan lead, 84-83. As Thankfully, Snipes Campbell is back to his feet. And they're able to sub because of the dead ball when they call a timeout anyway. They'll have one remaining. Both teams now have a timeout remaining. 6.2 seconds left. 84-83, Southern Wesleyan leads. Possession arrow belongs with the visitors. We'll keep it right here, Matt. Leading free throw shooters for the Warriors include Osobai at 73%, but remember, he is 0 of 5 here tonight. Shea Smith is at 66% this year. He was a 77% shooter last year. They also have RJ Bell, 83%, Jamars McCray, 83%, and Eric Hackett, 74%. So you'll probably see some combination of those 5 out there. CJ Jordan's been playing a lot defensively. I wonder if they'll get Osobai back in for offense despite his 0 of 5 free throw shooting here today. And Clinton College already back on the court. They've got Garvey, Cargyle, Maxwell, Miller, and Simpson.
For the Warriors, look, we more than likely will see Osobai coming back in. It is 0 for 5, but we know at heart he is one of the best free throw shooters on this team.
So they'll go Hackett, Bell, Smith, Osobai, and Timms. Timms the worst free throw shooter out there. He's 60%, but he is deep. Imagine if he gets the ball, he's just going to go and dunk it. Hackett will trigger. The long arms of the 6'10 Devanir Garvey are on him. They get it into Bell. Bell's doubled and fouled. Clock stopped at 4.5. It's an 83% shooter, RJ Bell, second on the team to the free throw line.
2 for 2 on the night here, being another big showing from the Clinton College transfer.
Can he put the dagger in his former team's side? 84-83, 4.5 left. That is number 4 on Jacoby Simpson. More importantly, it's RJ Bell at the free throw line. And he gets the soft touch on the first. It's a 2-point game, 4.5 left. CJ Jordan comes in for the Warriors. Matthew Cleveland and Jordan Snipes Campbell come in for the Clinton College Golden Bears. 1 timeout remaining for each team. Here is RJ Bell's second.
Having that timeout does go 2 for 2. A great showing from Bell there.
And Coach Stites calls his last timeout. RJ Bell, 2 of 2 from the stripe, an 83% free throw shooter who struggled in the first half. He now has a 16-point game. That's tied with Rico Hallman for the most on the team. 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. But the key number is 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They're now 10 of 13 here from the stripe in the second half after shooting just 2 of 10 in the first. So there's 4.5 remaining for Clinton College. Ball will be under the Warrior basket. The SWU didn't foul up 3 last time, so I'm hesitant to say they'll do it this time, especially with 4.5 left. Maybe you give them 1 dribble and foul. If the second dribble's down, they're not going to foul. It's going to have to be a half-court heave. Remember, SWU did hit a half-court heave at the first half buzzer. That right now is the difference, ladies and gentlemen. We just hope the basketball guys don't even it out here. 4.5 left. It's going to be Jordan Snipes Campbell to inbound. He's got Cleveland, Garvey, Maxwell, and Miller out there. The long arms of Jamars McCray are defending the inbound. They get it into Garvey. Clock is rolling. Here's Devanir Garvey. No one's stopping him, so a step into a 3. But first, a timeout called by Clinton College. It was a good look, but I'm not sure if head coach Corey Sloan wanted the 18% three-point shooter Devanir Garvey to have the game on the line. So the clock is stopped with 1 second.
And you're
That's
going to have
not a whole lot.
You're going to have your best three-point shooters out there.
And so they do. They bring in Cargyle. I imagine that will be for Garvey.
Cleveland will definitely be in. More likely, will see the ball with, they now say, 2.3 left on the clock.
That's a big difference. So now you have time for sure 1 dribble, maybe 2 if it's quick. You do have to be careful of the inbound passer, a give-and-go situation.
You just cannot foul here if you are the Warriors.
I imagine they'll again bring out McCray to be on the ball. And it will be Jordan Maxwell to inbound. It's Maxwell, Snipes Campbell, Miller, Cargyle, and Matthew Cleveland. For the Warriors, Bell, Hackett, Smith, McCray, Timms.
And what a second half it's been for the Warriors offensively. 18 for 37 shooting, 51 points in this second half. 5 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc.
So Maxwell the trigger, game on the line, 2.3, it's 86-83. Maxwell into Snipes, Campbell, it's blocked
by RJ Bell!
RJ Bell with 2 hands. There is still 0.3 seconds on the clock. But RJ Bell, did he do it to his former team? We're yet to see who the ball is off on as everyone holds. Hackett has stuff to say. Bell has stuff to say. It will, I believe.
Let him hear it, Bell. Let him hear it.
We're still yet to see whose ball it is. It's going to be Clinton College ball. 0.3. There's no time for a dribble. It's going to have to be catch and shoot. Maxwell the trigger. And first the whistle. Bobby Taylor will check in for Eric Hackett.
Still cannot foul here for the Warriors.
Again, Maxwell the trigger. Again, the long arms of McCray on him. Maxwell needs some help, and it's tipped out of play. RJ Bell wins it. The block, the deflection, the game is over.
And that's how you finish it against your former team.
The 2 made free throws to go up 2. The 2 threes about 5 minutes ago to get the Warriors right back in it. The block, the deflection, the game is over. But now we have words exchanged in the handshake line. You never want to see that.
More than likely Simpson in there. He's been running his mouth all night.
We'll just have to clear the 2 teams out as this game is over. The game is over. The Warriors win 86-83.
Looks like another bench player from the Golden Bears trying to talk to CJ Jordan, who's really showing that one. Good job by Alex Tavares, really just trying to get his team just out of it.
Directing both teams to the sideline, but in the end, it's a Warrior win. That's all that matters in the final score. The Warriors, although will play tomorrow, we should remind you they play tomorrow again on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. They will play Carolina Christian. The tip-off is 7 o'clock here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. And that will do it here for our coverage tonight. The Warriors, a massive win in the non-conference play. They now move to 7-13. And Clinton College drops to 9-7. RJ Bell, the hero, 16 points. And the game-winning block and deflection against his former team. For Matt O'Banion, I'm Andrew Baxley, signing off for the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
That one's good.